Hi, I'm LeilaFox from LeilaFoxNation. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video where we are going to look at the first new card revealed for the Charging into Darkness Season 3. As you guys know, this is the first expansion where we are broken up into seasons every single month, and each month we have 3 cards that are revealed instead of having all the cards in one time in the beginning of the month. So here we go, we're going to get right into this brand new card, which is again going to be on the official Minion Masters Charging into Darkness website, and I will have the link down below in the description. So we scroll down. 3rd season, here we are. So the new card is going to be Unholy Ground. We'll take a look at the artwork. So we have a dragon. We have one of the dragon whelps. Looks like there's arms coming up from the ground, chains being thrown at the dragon to hold him down, which goes with what this card does. So this is going to be an accursed spell for 3 mana. This spell summons a skeleton every other second, and enemy minions in the area lose flying. Now, if you have a Cursed Ascension, it's going to summon an extra skeleton every other second. So it talks about summoning a skeleton, and then you also see enemy minions in the area lose flying. So the radius on that looks like it's 4.5 is the radius. Looks like it's going to be a 10-second duration, if I'm reading this correctly. So if I'm understanding what this card looks like correctly, it says summon a skeleton every other second for a duration of 10 seconds, meaning you will summon a total of 5 skeletons. Now, if you have a Cursed Ascension, which keep in mind they did change a Cursed Ascension again, is when you spend 60 mana on accursed cards, you will gain a Cursed Ascension. And this is saying that once you have a Cursed Ascension, you're going to summon an extra skeleton every other second. So if you play this by itself without a Cursed Ascension, if I'm reading this right, then it looks like you're going to have a max of 5 skeletons. If you play this after you have a Cursed Ascension, it looks like you're going to have 10 skeletons. Now, I really think this spell is interesting because looking at the lore of this Charging to Darkness expansion is we focused a lot on elves. We focused a lot on new elves, elf spells, but the most recent card that we had was a skeleton card. So now it looks like we're moving into some of the accursed and more like Mordor type minions and spells. And we can kind of see that here with the next card to be revealed in 6 days, which of course I will be doing this next week as well. Corpse Explosion, which is going to be an accursed defensive spell, which again makes me think that this is going to be more along the lines of this skeleton undead Mordor type flair instead of the crystal elves. And I think that's actually kind of cool for this expansion because we have a lot of elf minions, a lot of elf spells. It's interesting to have some more accursed spells, more accursed minions, and maybe a little bit more tools in our toolkit. If you do want to play Mordor, or if you're trying to play an accursed deck, especially since, like I said, they changed it, where it's no longer gaining spirits, but it's having to play specific accursed cards to get them to be able to get a Cursed Ascension. So it kind of makes it a little bit trickier. And I know a lot of people were unhappy with that because they felt that it meant they couldn't play their cursed decks anymore. I do think this is interesting. It makes me think, so if enemy minions in the air are going to lose flying, makes me think if the 3rd card might be a flying card. Not really sure. I mean, there are plenty of flying minions that this could affect. I mean, I know that we see that the Dragon Whelp is in there, but of course you have anything from the little propeller scraps all the way up to something like a Harbinger, for example. So I'm curious to see what that's going to do. And it says enemy minions in the area lose flying. So are they going to drop to the ground and attack? You know, what's going to happen when this happens to a Harbinger, for example, you know, or one of the Soul Stealers? So I'm really curious to see what this dynamic is going to look like, because the Dragon Whelp makes sense, is that if the Dragon Whelp loses flying, sure, it comes to the ground, and we already have a ground dragon type minion. But like I said, I'm curious for the other ones that are strictly flying, what that's going to mean and what it's going to look like. So I actually really can't wait to see what this spell is going to look like on the battlefield. And Corpse Explosion is going to be a legendary spell too. That's going to be the next one here. So again, I'm very curious to see what this season is going to be. And I also want to see, because like I mentioned last week, I'm kind of speculating that the new skin, which will be revealed in 6 days, so I'll do this next week, I'm speculating maybe it's going to be a Mordar, kind of going along with this theme that we have for this expansion. This is what I'm thinking, so we'll have to see if I'm correct or not, but that's what I'm hopeful for, is to see a cool Mordar skin that fits this expansion. So let me know what you guys think. What are your vibes? What are your feels on this Unholy Ground? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Can you not wait to see it? What do you guys think? Please leave me some comments down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps the channel to grow. Maybe consider liking this video, and as I mentioned, leave me a comment down below. All of that helps the algorithm, which in turn does help. It helps me out. It helps the channel to grow as well too, so I greatly appreciate it. And you guys can always catch me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/LeilaFoxNation, where I'll be playing Minion Masters and we could talk about this live. So thank you so much for joining me today's first card reveal for Season 3 of Charging into Darkness. Next week, it looks like we are going to have Corpse Explosion, and I'm hopeful that we're going to have the new skin and the new emote to be able to talk about next week. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you either in next week's video or I'll see you live on Twitch. Thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, you can catch us live on twitch.tv/LeilaFoxNation 4 days a week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on by and be part of our community, and we'll see you there.